Welcome everyone to my new and small channel. I appreciate the like and subscribe and comment to help me grow it out more. So let's get into the video. Greetings everyone. In this three-parter, we are looking at the top 3 receivers in this draft, how much better they are than the other prospects. And in this video, we're going to look at Marvin Harrison Jr. So let's get at it. In this play, Harrison is at the top of the screen and runs a simple in-cutting route across the middle. Once the ball is snapped, he delays, then cuts in, spins out of the tackle, and shows off his ability to not only get open and catch it, but make a man miss, stiff arm, and get upfield for the first down. In this second play, Harrison is positioned inside and runs a drag route across the middle. Once the ball is snapped, we can see Michigan is running zone. Harrison gets past the linebacker, catches it, and immediately gets upfield, beating the corner of the sideline, and gets in for the touchdown. This next play here really shows off his ability to catch the ball in stride, not slow down, secure it quickly, and speed up to get past the defender. In this next play, we will see how Harrison gets past the defender, shows off his amazing concentration as he gets interfered with, but still makes the catch while being tackled by the defender. In the NFL, you can't always rely on getting the calls, so being able to make the contested catches, even when you're being interfered with, will be highly valuable at the next level. The concentration that it takes for him to make this play, honestly, with someone on his back like that, is just incredible, and it's just going to make one reason why GMs may value him as the #1 receiver in this very talented draft. So we've seen Harrison beating zone, but let's look at him a little bit against man coverage. In this play here, Harrison is in the slot with the corner and off coverage, and Harrison runs past him and makes the back shoulder catch in tight coverage. Is a really good catch, and these are the kinds of throws that you're going to have to make in the NFL to be a consistent threat down in and down out. So we've seen all the things that he's done really well, so now let's take a look at things he's going to want to improve on at the next level. In this play, he's at the bottom of the screen, does a deep out, so as we start the clip, we can see he leaves his feet to catch the ball, and now it is kind of hard to know whether or not the pass is too high or if he just kind of needlessly jumps here to make the catch. But by leaving his feet, he loses all the momentum he had going towards the sideline and gets tackled in bounds. Now in college, this isn't quite as a big deal because they stop the clock whenever they have to move the chains for a first down, but in the NFL, this would pretty much be the end of any chance at a touchdown to win the game. So it's definitely going to be a situational kind of knowledge thing that he's going to need to work on in the NFL. So we've seen that he has an ability to get past soft man coverage, but what about press coverage? Here at the top of the screen, we see Harrison in press coverage with the corner, and at the snap, the corner gets his hands on him and pushes his shoulders back and really gets him off balance. When he works downfield, he really doesn't have any separation, and the QB goes elsewhere. In the NFL, where it's sort of common for teams to have corners that are good at knocking receivers off their spot and affecting their timing, it's really something that Harrison is going to need to work on. Because those sort of rule changes and better quarterback play, defenses are relying more on bump and run coverage to give pass rushers that extra half second to affect the quarterback. This was something that was really used heavily against Miami when Tua was really playing well. They were really bumping Waddle and Tyreek off the line, and it really affected their timing since he's not like a great boundary thrower. So we definitely have seen defenses sort of lean on that a little bit more, and so it's definitely going to be something that Harrison's going to want to work on if he wants to be one of the best receivers in the game. So another thing that Harrison's really going to want to work on is working through defenders to either get open, or if the defender jumps the route, getting in there to knock the ball out. In this play, we can see Harrison at the top of the screen doing like a simple in-cutting route, but as Harrison runs his route, the corner reads it and he gets across his body. We'd really love to see Harrison fight through the defender. If the refs are going to call a penalty, it's almost always going to be on the defender, especially in the NFL, so it's not something he has to worry about. And of course, offensive pass interference is really bad for drives, but obviously nothing's worse than an interception, especially in your own end. Where in this game kind of really tilted the favor. So when the corner does get the easy interception, it really swung the game in Michigan's favor in the first quarter here. But unfortunately, one of the reasons why I really kind of key in on this is because this wasn't the only time that this happened. In the last drive of the game, Ohio State needed a touchdown to win, and there was a throw over the middle that wasn't as accurate as it should have been, but Harrison doesn't really dive in there to break up the pass. And I know that this is the end of the season, and the last thing that Harrison wants is like a big injury that's going to affect his draft stock. There's a lot of money on the table, and it could really affect sort of his value to teams. But if he continues to do this in the NFL, he's really going to drive coaches and fans crazy. Sometimes you really just have to lay your body out there and even commit a penalty if you have to, but it's so much better than losing the game. So what does this mean for Harrison Jr. entering the league? Obviously, he's a top-tier talent. There's no questioning that. He's a great route runner. He can get knocked off his spot and press sometimes, so he's going to want to work on getting a little stronger with his hands and getting off the line quickly, so he can't be pushed back because he doesn't have that momentum. But other than that, really the only thing that he really needs to work on is his willingness to fight through contact and break up interceptions. And it's likely that, he really only didn't do that because he was afraid of a horrible injury for his draft stock, so it's not necessarily something that may sort of carry over to the NFL. But if teams see this crop up, this is going to be a mindset change that he's really going to need to work on to be able to be like a top tier receiver. But I have full confidence that he's going to be able to do it. I think he's an amazing talent, and I think he's going to be really a good asset to whatever team is fortunate enough to get him.